So my dear students, in this question it is mentioned which one of the following is representing supporting many to one relationship of a weak entity set in a ER diagram, entity relationship diagram, my dear. And in option A it is mentioned diamond with double or bold border. Option B, oval with double or bold border. Option C, oval that contain underline identifier. Option C, D, rectangle with double or bold border. So first of all, what is the meaning of weak entity set? That doesn't contain the primary key. Yeah, that not having any sufficient attribute to distinguish each and every entity in that entity. So here, how we represent, my dear student, you know how we represent weak entity set. Let's suppose we have a one is employee, one is employee relationship, entity set, you can say employee. Next we have dependent. And how we represent the weak entity set with double border. Here, now, please try to understand what here I am telling. First of all, here have partial and and here we have employee ID, attribute, employee name, gender, salary. Now you can see, my dear student, here there is a total participation. This is called weak entity set, and this is called, that is represented by with double or bold border. You called weak relationship, and this is called, my dear friend, this called strong या owner entity, strong entity that, my dear, strong entity set. So here what I am telling, please try to understand. Here it is asking ki how to represent the relationship between weak entity set and strong entity set. So first of all, what is the meaning of weak entity set? That having the partial key, that is called weak entity set. And weak entity set is represented by double rectangle, but it is not asking about the weak entity set how to represent. It is asking ki strong to weak entity set, the relationship set, how you represent strong to weak, how you represent. So beta, the relationship, you can say, between strong entity set and weak entity set is represented by double or bold diamond. My again I repeat, it is asking how to represent many to one relationship upon weak entity set in entity relationship diagram. So here, what is the correct option? You can see first of all what is the meaning of, again I am telling what is the meaning of strong entity set and what is the meaning of weak entity set. First of all, try to understand. Here I mentioned this is a strong entity. What is the meaning of strong entity set? Entity set which containing the key attribute. What is the meaning of key attribute? Like in, if I am talking about the RDBMS, that having the primary key, and here we can say that are key attributes means what? That uniquely determine each entities of that entity set. Like employee ID. Employee ID is a key attribute, means with the help of employee ID you are able to differentiate each entity in that entity set employee. Okay. So here dependent is what? Weak entity set. Why? Because it having the partial key. Sir, what is the meaning of weak entity set? The entity set which doesn't having any key attribute, or you can say not having a sufficient attribute which can determine each entity in an entity set. For example, dependent name is not a key attribute, because with the help of dependent name you are not getting all and each and everything. So dependent name is a partial key. Then how it will be represent? First of all, from weak entity set to identifying a weak relationship set, there is a total participation, and this weak entity set is identified with partial key plus owner entity set key attribute. Mean to say employee ID and dependent name become useful to identify dependent entity set any attribute, any entity. So, but in this question, straightforward, it is asking ki how to represent the relationship between strong and weak entity set. It is represented by double bold, double या bold, diamond might. So here you can see A is the correct answer for this question, my dear. A is the correct answer, diamond with double या bold bold. A is the correct answer. Hope so you get it. Thank you everyone.